All right. I think we did it. Thanks everybody for joining us. Trick or treat. You guys ready to learn some cool things for your business that will kind of sneaky ways of growing your business? That is what tonight's quick training is. So we're trying to keep these at 30 minutes. We will have Q&A time afterwards. So if you guys want to ask questions afterwards, Chris and I are gonna hang out here so you guys can hang out with us as long as you want. So let me just introduce myself and then I'll let Chris introduce herself. I'm Dawn Spencer. I'm a Superstar Director in Gurnee, Illinois. And I've been doing Scentsy now for almost 13 years. It'll be 13 years in December. And I was just remembering back today. It was 13 years ago, probably around this time. I don't remember the exact date that I lost my job. And I lost my job and it completely changed the course of history for my family, for me and my family. So, and if it wasn't for losing that job, I would not be here today. So I would be here on this earth, but I wouldn't be here with you all and being so blessed by the Scentsy business. So I have 3 daughters. My oldest now is 20. And then I have an 18-year-old and a 14-year-old, and I've been married for 21 years now. So this business really has been such a blessing for our family and has completely rocked our world, and it can do the same for you guys too. So Chris, why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
My name is Chris Danner, and I am a Scentsy Superstar Director. I joined Scentsy in 2008, so I will be hitting 14 years this upcoming March, which is crazy to think about. Fun fact, let's see, Dawn and I, we did not know each other until Scentsy brought us together. Kind of a unique story about that. The first person that I sponsored in Scentsy was a young lady that I met. I used to cold call businesses when I first started out as a Scentsy consultant because I was new to my area when I started Scentsy. I didn't know anyone. So I would take Scentsy around to different businesses and try to get businesses to use Scentsy for a week as a trial, like a little marketing thing. Anyway, long story short, she was friends with Dawn. And she actually brought Dawn and I together. So when Dawn talks about how her life changed 13 years ago around this time, Dawn and I started talking a little bit more. So kind of fun. That struck a little bit of a heart flutter for me when you brought that up. I'm like, what an amazing conversation that was. So I live in Libertyville, Illinois in a rental for the next 2 weeks, and I'm getting ready to move to Virginia Beach, Virginia. Which is a crazy story in and of itself. But I will still be your Superstar Director. I will still be on all of these calls. I will still be at reunions. I will still be at all of the events that we plan in 2022. And I will just be a little bit different, starting over again with a brand new community in front of me. So I'm excited. I'm nervous. And I do have 2 children. They're both in college now in the Midwest. My husband and I have been married for 26 years, and I have a brand new golden doodle. Her name is Stella. You probably see lots of pictures of her if you follow me on any social media, because I'm like the mom of a toddler named Stella who's 8 months old. So love seeing you guys here. And thanks for taking time to invest in your businesses.
Amen. Well, real quick, I want to do a quick giveaway for those that are on first. So I wrote down everybody's name, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I got everybody. Not me and you, Chris. I think that's everybody. Wait, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Ashley, Adriana, Brittany. Oh, I missed Jordan. Okay. Got you, Jordan. So Chris, if you could give me a number from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Somebody's going to win a gift card.
I'm going to do number 2.
Number 2 is Lisa. Oh, and perfect. You know why?
Awesome.
Because she's going to share with us tonight, Lisa Rayniak. Lisa Rayniak, let me just give you guys a little heads up. Lisa Rayniak is on freaking fire. Do you guys see the flames coming from her head? This last month alone, she did what, over 9,000 in sales? You guys, yeah, it's for real. Round of applause. Amazing. She's the real deal. She works her business every single day. Did you hit sensation, not sensation, what's it called?
Annual sales.
Annual sales. Did you hit it today?
Yes, I did.
She hit it today, guys. Annual sales, people don't usually earn it until what, April? And she earned it March, April. Yeah, March. So she earned it today. Her goal is to earn it twice. You guys.
Thank you, Bree, for that. Bree challenged me to that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Girl, I cannot wait to hear from you. That is amazing.
Yes.
Literally.
I'm actually mind blown myself, and people ask me all the time, like, what did you do? And I'm like, I don't know. I just do me. I don't know.
So you guys are going to see how humble she is. I just do me. But I'm going to mute. I'm going to mute myself, and Chris is going to mute herself. And I just want to give you the floor for a little bit to start to share with us your awesomeness. Okay.
Well, thank you. So for those of you who don't know me, obviously I'm Lisa Rayniak, and I am a director in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. So I've always had the motivation. I've done really well with getting high PRV. This year especially, I would say I made myself push myself even more than I ever have with anything. So I made a huge goal this year, starting January of 2021, that every single month I was to beat my PRV from the month for the year before. So January I had to beat January's 2020 PRV. Let me tell you, setting that goal was really high, but it has pushed me beyond elements that I ever thought that I could even do. I will tell you right now, out of, see, we're in month 10, there's 3 months that I didn't do it. 1 month, I can honestly tell you, I didn't really even try. I was in a slump. I just needed downtime. I did my regular deal of, sales, whatever, but I didn't push myself to try and further it. I totally regretted it. And last month, pushed myself even further to top both months to make up for it. Last month was my biggest month for myself for PRV, my biggest paycheck, my team's biggest month for GWV. Like, I can't even tell you what that feels like. And now next year I have a lot of more pushing to do. So a little bit about what I do. Like, yes, I just do me. I'm just me, but I am the easygoing, get along with everybody chatterbox. So my first thing obviously is set high goals for myself. I do monthly sniff boxes, or scent crates as other people call them. My average of those is about 15 to 19 every single month. I make sure I have parties and events almost every single month. The only months that I don't do events and parties are December and January. Those are like my downtime. It's right after the holidays. I give everybody else a break of like not pushing that. I'll do my sales, but I don't try to push for parties or events in those months. But the biggest key is building relationships with anybody. whether they are your customers or not, you have to build the relationships in order to get the customers. And then when they are customers, you need to build a relationship outside of Scentsy in order to, I guess, keep them coming back. You know, it's like you want them to know you're not there for just the sale. So what I do is every single morning, I get up at 5:30 on average. I message 5 people every single morning. Whether it's just to say, hey, how you doing? Haven't talked to you in a month. How are things going? How was your vacation? Small talk, whatever. It could be a friend that I've had for a long time. It could be a regular customer. It could be someone who hasn't ordered in 4 months from me. I'll just be like, hey, just checking in on you. How you been? Doesn't even have to be about Scentsy. Eventually it will lead into Scentsy within a day, a week, whatever. But once you keep the conversations going and keep checking in, then they know that they're more than just a dollar amount. They're more than just an order. They're more than just a sale, that you actually are like building that relationship to care about them. And customers need that. They want that in order to keep coming back to you. So my biggest motivation this year to get higher PRV is I plan to quit my job in a year. I do home daycare. I've been doing home daycare for 22 years. I am going to be 50 next month. My time for doing home daycare is done. I've come to terms with it. It's been my life for as long as I can remember, but now it's time to move on. And I just want a Scentsy. I Scentsy 24/7 already. It's already a full-time job for me. So as much as everyone says you need to spend 10 minutes a day on your business, I totally ignored that. I spend probably at least 10 to 12 hours a day between messages and mails and whatever, booking events, doesn't matter. It's driven my husband crazy until now. He wants this incentive. So, another thing is my sponsor, Tanya Voss, who's also a director, gave our entire team at the beginning of the year, January 1st, new year, new beginnings, a challenge to book 100 parties in 2021. I have tracked that. We've included events as counted as a party because you're going to open up a link for it, or you're going to do your sales on a link, whatever. So she included events as well. I will tell you, I didn't quite hit 100, but I'm pretty darn close. And I still have 2 months to go of booking events. So just this year alone, I have done 49 parties, including the one I still have going now, with two more booked for this month. And I've done 27 events with 5 more currently booked. So yes, it's ambitious. Yes, it's a lot of work, but in the end, it's worth it, at least for me. Now, everybody doesn't have to do that. It doesn't work for everybody. I am fortunate that I work at home and I have the freedom to work my business while doing another job at home, as a lot of other people have that. But it doesn't mean that you can't find other ways to still push yourself more if you want to. So that's my story. And I'm continuing.
Yes, you are.
And I've already earned incentive level 1 and I'm almost on level 2 and I hope to hit that this month.
You totally will. Everybody give her a round of applause. So I want to open up the mics for everybody, like unmute yourself. Like what's maybe like one statement or one thing that stood out to you? I would love for like a bunch of you to just like share what stood out to you from things that Lisa's doing.
Contacting people, 5 people a day.
Yes, love that. Thank
Well,
you.
and the best part about it is I do it in the morning when I get up, because yes, it's really early, but most people that get up and go to a 9 to 5 job or get up and get their kids is by 6 o'clock in the morning. So if I message people at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, most people that are getting ready for work or getting kids ready are on their phone, scrolling through Facebook, reading the news, checking the weather. So they're most likely going to see that they got a message. Whether they read it right away or not, they'll know that they got that message. I tend to get more of a response that early in the morning, as opposed to later in the afternoon or in the evening after kids are in bed. By then they just want to wind down and whatever. So I have had most success doing it early in the morning.
I love that. Somebody else.
I like the part with the beat your PRV from last year. Like that's, I think, an awesome goal. So like I was pretty good last fall with my PRV, but to double what I had or beat what I had last year would be amazing. So I think that's like a big thing for me.
And even if you only beat it by $1, $5, just knowing that you push yourself to beat that is a huge feeling of success that nobody else can understand unless they've done it. You know, it still pushes you more. So,
Yep.
I like the challenge to host 100 parties and then the printout you have so you can actually like mark it off and see what your progress is.
yeah, that has helped me tremendously of wanting to book more events and parties to actually physically see it on paper. I mean, I book parties and events normally anyway and put it in my calendar on my phone, but that's not visual to me unless I go into that app. Whereas this paper, it's sitting with me all the time. It's at my desk or it's on my computer that I can visually see it. And I highlight all the ones that I've already done. And then I outline the ones that I have booked and haven't completed yet.
Good goals to have, right? Let's hear from a few more of you. Don't make me call you out.
It's something specific that you said, but my favorite part is that you have a specific goal. You want to quit your job. You want to do scentsy, solely just scentsy, and you are going full force, girl. Like you are nonstop, and I love that. Your energy, I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, love that.
I have to add, I want to just throw on with that because that's what I feel with this. Like I can sense your energy. Other people sense your energy on this. Like you've decided what your why is. You know that you are literally going to replace income. You're going to replace that profession. You're going to do it. So you're working towards it. So when you know that why, you know, I've got to put all the work in day after day after day to get there. And like, that's contagious. Like you're writing it down, you're manifesting it, you're working with people. Like that's so cool. I just, congratulations. That's so cool. I get excited.
Yep. A couple more of you. Let's, anything else grabbed you, even if it's something somebody else already said?
Well, I just have a question. Does she have that paper she had with the parties that you book off that you could share with us?
I sure can. I can post it into the group or
something you created or
send it to you individually, however.
She can
I
send it.
think that would be helpful. I'm a very visual person, so I have everything, like I have my tracker for the trip. I have everything in front of me. So I'm a very, very visual person. So I think that would help me as a goal for booking the parties too.
As am I. This is my annual sales sheet that I was tracking and hit it today. And I'm not gonna lie, I did more than a happy dance today.
What you
I
should
did
have.
like a happy screaming dance, and the kids thought I was absolutely insane. And they're like, "What is annual what?" I said, "Mom gets a third trophy next year." And they're like, "Oh."
Mom has lost her noodles.
Exactly.
Her scentsy
My son
noodles.
thought it did.
Yeah.
But I'm very visual as well. I have to write it down or I won't remember for one. And then I have to keep going back all the time. So I'm very visual as well.
Yeah, it's important to write stuff down. I would love to hear from Sharon. Miss Sharon. Hi. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
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 You inspired me to start with, I've never done the boxes.
Wow.
And I guess I've just kind of, I've always wanted to start. And, you know, I guess that there was so many ideas about them that I just don't know like how to really get started with it. Like, what's the first step? Do you buy certain boxes or are you using the Scentsy Club boxes or?
You can. The good thing about the boxes is you can do it however you want. You can get as creative as you want. You can be as simple as you want. The first tip I'm going to tell you is don't overthink it. When I first started doing them, I was overthinking it. And then you get, especially the first and second one, it's like you get so involved and you want to add this and this and this and this. Less is definitely more when it comes to the boxes. Like, I did a boo box this month. I have been consistently getting orders for my boxes now for almost a year. So this is the second time I've tried it, and almost I'm doing it 2.5. I'm in 2.5 years that I've been doing this. So this is the second time I've tried doing them. When I tried doing them before, I would sell 3, 1 to the point where I just gave up doing it. But as they say, never give up, try it again. So I did try it again. And now that I have a bigger customer base, I've tried it again. And some months I'll get only 9 or 10. I think a couple months ago I only had 5, but I still did it the next month, which was this month. And now I have 18 for this month.
So you
So
pretty
it
much,
varies.
do you pretty much have them like pay you first?
Yep. I collect the money first. I will then use that money to buy my products. Now, I always leave an open party for my boxes so that I can always get free shipping for the items I'm getting. And I will always bundle and save the items. So my boxes always have at least 1 wax bar in it. Sometimes it has 2. So if you bundle them and you're getting that other bar free, it frees up money that you're collecting from them to buy the extras, to buy your boxes, your tissue paper, whatever you're putting in them. So this
Okay.
month I did a boo box, and I had a lot of extras in my boo box, but I felt like I needed to fill it more because my products that I used this month was a scent circle, a travel tin, and 2 bars in my box. Now, normally, like a lot of the other ones I've done like a flower with a bar with a room spray, so it seems like it fills the box more. This didn't seem like it filled more. So with using the bundle and save, at least then it frees up that extra money to be able to invest in those so that you're not putting in a lot of pocket. And if somebody needs it shipped, I charge them the shipping for their box.
Okay.
I don't pay their shipping.
What do you find in your experience was the best price point that you maybe sold more boxes, if you stuck with a $25 box or a $30 box?
Between 20 and 25 is my most successful boxes. Once in a while, I'll throw out there. In August, I did a county fair theme. So I did a kids box and I did an adult box. The adult box was 30, the kids box was 20. And I sold more of the kids boxes than I did of the adult ones.
What?
So I think like the price point, trying to figure out the price point, you can give choices. I know a lot of people that do 3 different tiers. I think it just depends on your customer base. But I think when you're first starting out, simple is easier to pick a price of like one price point of 20 or 25. Me personally, I get overwhelmed very easily. So it's easy for me to just stick with one price point than give too many options, because then I totally lose focus in all the different boxes and what they need. I mean, people have great success with it. I personally do not. I stick with one price, make it simple, pick a theme every single month, and I do basic themes. So like next month I'm doing sweater weather because it's getting cooler out. And there's so much more you can do with sweater weather than say if you did an 80s theme box. So for me, I just stick the simple route. And so far it's been working. So I'm not changing it until it doesn't work anymore. I'm staying as simple and as cost effective as I can.
It's working for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're
I
very
love
welcome.
these are good. So I just want to make sure we didn't miss anybody that wanted to share what they got from Lisa, and then we're going to open it up for questions for Lisa as well. So was there anybody else that wanted to jump in? Oh, go ahead, Kathy.
I just wanted to say, I love the fact that you set a goal that was actually kind of scary. Like for some of, I mean, you were dreaming big. It wasn't like, I'm going to try to book one party this month. And for some of us, that's okay that you're thinking small, but I got big goals. I got big aspirations, and you're not letting anything stop you. So you've got really big dreams, and that's impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me tell you, the year before I had a meltdown to my sponsor that I couldn't do the scentsy anymore. This was too overwhelming, or maybe I just can't be a director anymore. I need to just focus on selling. It's just way too much. And I couldn't find my fit and my place to be directing and helping lead a team and concentrating on sales and doing my goals. I felt like I was taking on too much. And I think that was kind of like my turning point of, okay, focus on the priorities of what you want, set your goals and go from there. So when last year I set the goals and I was actually able to get through them, this year I went, okay, you got this down. Time to go bigger. You want to quit your job? This is what you have to do. And if you don't do that, you cannot quit your job. So how determined are you to be done working? So that's just my motivation. And I love people. Like, I prefer events over parties. I would do 100 events. I would prefer that over doing parties. I like to talk to people one-on-one. I like to talk to people face-to-face. Not that parties you don't. I've done a few home parties, but most people now want to do them online. They don't want to do them in home anymore. So it's like, I guess like events seem to be my way of being able to get my name out there more and still be able to talk to everybody personally to have that motivation and drive to keep going.
Yeah. Thank you. How determined are you? Write that down, guys. And some of us need to go a little deeper into what our why is. You know, I was sharing this with Lisa earlier. Like, when I started Scentsy, I was a little bit desperate, a bit desperate. I needed my situation to change, and I was determined. And I guarantee you, I would not be where I'm at today without that fire under my butt. I needed things to change. Lisa's not exactly in that situation, but she's tired of watching everybody's little kids all day long and getting sneezed on and having to pick up toys all day. You know, I get it. You want change, you know, so you're determined, and it's going to happen because you have your eyes set on the goal and you're doing everything you can to get it done. And I applaud you, and all of us do. You're awesome. Nothing's going to stop you, and you inspire us to do better as well. So thank you so much for sharing. I do want to leave a few minutes open for people that have questions. I know some have already asked some questions, but maybe some of you have questions. If you're scared to talk or don't want to, like, maybe too much noise in the background, feel free to type on the chat a question as well that you might have, or maybe just something you're struggling with that you think Lisa could help with as well. So you can unmute yourself or type in the chat. I love how intentional you are with everything.
I knew it was. This is like a new revelation for me this year, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, when I first joined, I didn't have a why. Like, Tanya can tell you, I joined to help Tanya. I was buying it from Hannah Hall for probably 8 years and never joined. And then I switched over and was buying from my friend Erica, had joined under Hannah. So then I was buying from Erica. She was more local. We were already friends. I used to watch her kids. So then I was buying from her. And not once did I ever think about joining. I'm like, nope, I'm just buying. And Tanya pretty much almost to the point begged me to say, come on, we can do this together. She lived across the street from me. So it was really easy to do it together, being that close by. And I basically told her, I said, fine, if you want me to join, I'll join. But I don't know that I can sell stuff. I buy it. I don't sell. That's just not me. And I did my launch party. Now, the funny thing is I had a party for Tanya when she joined 2 weeks prior to me joining, and it was a $600 party. And then I joined 2 weeks later and joined for the $15. I had a launch party. And let me tell you, my friends and my family were like, seriously, now you're going to join after we all just bought? Now we all have to rebuy again just to get you there. And they all did. And once I had that one party, I was all in. I was like, that's it. I'm in. I'm doing it. If I have this big of a support base in 2 weeks time frame, I can't imagine where that's going to go. And I have a huge support base, and that's important. And it's hard to find that. And a lot of people, it's hard to find, not just in family and friends, but just in general. So I've been pretty fortunate. I never had a why until now. Now I really have a why.
A good one too. So I don't know who Kickoff is, but he or she is asking, can someone send me the breakdown of mystery bags? Is there a Facebook group? I think there's a Facebook group with like, for the whiff boxes, right? Oh, is it Carrie? Hi, Carrie. Is this Carrie Keller or a different Carrie? Carrie, I don't, Munoz, is that, did I say that right? Hi, Carrie. So is there a group on Facebook that maybe somebody can help? Or, I mean,
I
that
would
somebody can
imagine.
log into?
I would imagine there is.
Yeah.
I get most of a lot of my ideas for boxes and everything from the "What did you share today" group. Because a lot of people post all their boxes in there and their Happy Mail, so I get a lot of my ideas from there. Some of the ideas I get from the director group, but honestly, very little. I'm hardly in the director group anymore. To me, there's too much drama in there. I stay away from the drama. I'm not a drama person.
Girls and drama, yeah.
I can understand why people would want to know, like, if there's a breakdown of a mystery bag, but I think you really, with a mystery bag, probably with the realm that Lisa's doing is she's creating a theme and she's kind of like picking and choosing products for people. And once you get a following on these mystery boxes or mystery bags, you're going to get people wanting to reorder from you. So you're going to have to change it up every month anyway. So I think it's really just kind of playing with the bundle and save. How do you get your host rewards to work for you? Like what are you trying to work with from a dollar amount? Right, Lisa? Am I correct? Like you're trying to focus on a dollar amount for these.
So when I prep for them, so like next month going in, like I said, my theme next month is sweater weather. So I will already pick out at least my scents before I even announce what the theme is of the box. And they never know what's in the box. I just, I'll just post, hey, November's mystery box for this month is going to be sweater weather and it's $25. That's all I post. I don't give them details of what's going to be with it, what's going to be in it, or scents or anything. And I've done rather well with that. I will pick my scents first. So like I'm using Cozy Cardigan for sweater weather. I'm also using Hug in a Mug. And then a couple of my extras I'm including like cozy socks that I get at the dollar store, just, fleecy fitted fuzzy socks, hot chocolate in a little dollar mug to go with the Hug in a Mug kind of deal. But I just kind of like pick out scents that might go with the theme and then pick out the products. And I try to make sure I don't repeat my products at least within the last 2 to 3 months. So they're not always getting the same thing in the boxes either. So this month I did the scent circle and tin and 2 bars. Now I always have at least 1 bar in my box every month. So the next month I'll make sure I don't use a scent circle and a travel tin in there. I'll have to pick different products. Next month I'm doing 2 bars, the scentsy soak, and something else. I think a scent pack. But with using your bundle and saves and using your host rewards, majority of that stuff you can get almost free or get them half price. So if you always make sure you have a party open that is free shipping, it cuts that cost for you. So then that all pays for your boxes that you have to buy. Or if you choose to do them as mystery bags instead of boxes, bags are cheaper. Whatever works for you. I do boxes because I do a lot of them that have to ship. That's the only reason I do boxes. Otherwise, I'd probably do bags. Bags are cuter.
So I've got 2 questions. So do you charge your customers shipping then? As far as, so if it's a $30 box that they're paying, do you upcharge that 5% shipping plus the tax?
Yep. If I
Okay, because I was going to say, because technically we
them.
can charge them shipping because if you don't have that qualifying party, so that will help offset those costs. And then the second question I had, do you do any type of referral program, like $5 off your next box if your friend Tiffany orders?
I have not done that yet, and that's actually what I'm incorporating come the new year. I know a few like Tanya and Jessica already have a referral program where they have mystery host or mystery box perks, they call them. You buy 3 boxes in a row, you get 1 free. If you refer somebody, you get 1 free, or you get a half off box or something. I have not started that yet. I think just because I'm still kind of getting in the consistency of getting 15 to 18 of them every month, that I want that to kind of stay consistent through the holidays, and then I'll add in like some kind of perk and see if then that takes me even further.
Right. Yeah, because like if they're going to order for 12 months in a row, and I know that I'm getting that PRV, but you've got like a special going, if you order 3 months in a row, you get $5 off. And I'm okay with giving them $5 off for 12 months if I know that they're planning on placing that order. And then if you're doing the upcharge with shipping and you're doing those combine and saves, that, yeah, knowing that you're still getting that PRV from them every single month is worth that little bit of a kickback. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this has been so good, but I understand people have to get off because we try to keep this at around 30 minutes. Don't leave unless you really want to, but we're about to do a giveaway, or a couple giveaways. And then whoever wants to stay on can stay on. So we have some gift cards. There'll be surprise gift cards coming your way. And we have 3 to give away right now. We have 20 people on the call still, I think. Yes, minus Chris and I. And hold on. There you go. I need Lisa, since you're on the call, since you did such an awesome job, why don't you give me 2 numbers between 1 and 20?
5 and 16.
5 and 16. So number 5 is Kathy. Whoop, whoop. Number 16 is Tanya Alexander. Oops, and I need 1 more number. Sorry, I said 2, but I need 3.
Let's go with 18.
18 is Bianca. Yeah. Awesome. So you guys are all going to get gift cards. If you guys could send us your address that you would like it sent to, that would be great. You can either message me and Chris individually, me or Chris individually, or if you want everybody to know your address, you're more than welcome to put it on the chat. And maybe everybody will send you a gift card. All right, so anybody else have questions for Lisa? Lisa, do you have time to answer any more questions? Or do you need to get off?
I
Okay.
got nowhere to be.
Okay, and then Chris and I are here as well, so we'll be hanging out here for a minute. So any other questions? Feel free to ask away.
You know, we talked a little, we got on this path of the mystery boxes, and I think a lot of people have maybe tried this and they felt like they weren't successful in the beginning. And my question to you, Lisa, is did you have a moment when you started this? Because now you're talking about big numbers with the boxes, right? For those people who maybe tried it and got nobody to bite, or they tried it and thought, I'm going to get 10 people to buy boxes and I only got 2. Like, what do you suggest?
Don't get discouraged. Keep trying. I tried it probably 6 months into me joining Scentsy. And my first month I got 3, which was actually for Halloween. I got 3 orders, and then I tried again November and December, and I got nothing. I did it in January and I got 3. And it was the same 3 that bought it in October. So I let myself kind of get discouraged, like this isn't working. It's wasting my time. Why am I doing this? And I quit doing it. Don't do that. If you feel that like you're discouraged, take a month off, or try mystery bag as opposed to a box and see, or try a different price point that might be cheaper. I've done mystery bag, $10 mystery bags where it's just a bar and, a travel tin, anything that'll help kind of spark their interest in the mystery behind it. But like I said, I stopped for a while and then I came back and started doing it and been consistent now for almost a year in getting orders for boxes. And some months I only get 5. So I still do them. I do them because I love doing them. I love creating them and making them. And I have a few people that I have. One lady in particular buys every single month, regardless. Like, she doesn't even know the theme. She goes, sign me up for next month. Sign me up for next month. So this month she got it, and she did a shout out on her personal page. Shout out to Lisa Rayniak. I absolutely love my boo box, all in capital letters. I cannot tell you how much interest that sparked with her people that I don't even know, and are like, what is this boo box? Sounds like you got good stuff. Where do I get this? And I just drew in 4 new customers. And then she messaged me and said, by chance you have enough stuff to make an extra? My sister really wants one. So I guess my whole point is like, it's like with anything else. If you try it once and it doesn't work, at some point you need to try it again. Keep introducing it, because not everybody's going to see it the first time. Not everybody's going to be interested in the first time, especially with boxes. Some people just won't have the means to doing it when you're doing it, but maybe in 3 months they will. You just never know. You just got to keep trying and not get discouraged. My biggest downfall was always letting myself get discouraged and overwhelm myself. And I have done really well this year to make sure not to do that.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. I love it. Because I think many of us have tried it and we're like, I don't know, it's not going to work with my group of people. But I do think that you have to try it multiple times to really get the traction.
And you can put it out there just as a question, like, hey, I was thinking about doing mystery bags, mystery boxes. Would anybody be interested? You know, just as, you know, like a feel for it, and see, maybe it's not right for your customers. Maybe you got to try something else and do bags instead of boxes. I mean, it really all depends on your customer base, you know.
But how awesome is it for you in months when your life gets a little bit crazy and you've got people looking forward to whatever mystery offering that you have? It's automatic PRV for you, regardless of what your parties are, regardless of what your extra sales are, right? So kudos to you. That's awesome, Lisa. Thanks so much.
And the key is to post a lot, as she just said in chat. The key is to post a lot. Don't just post it one time for the month and expect you're going to get a ton of orders. I post it on my page at least once or twice a week, and I'll even reach out to people one-on-one. Hey, you ordered a box last month. Would you be interested in this month? If not, great. There's always next month. You know, I find, me personally, if you were to be on my VIP page, I have very little interaction on my VIP page. 90% of my business is done one-on-one. As more time consuming as that is what has worked for me, and I won't change that.
Yep. Well, I would love everybody to, in the chat, give a word that comes to mind when you think of Lisa, since she spent all this time pouring into us tonight.
Awesome.
Thanks, Sarah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't come up with one word, so I said 4 words that sum you up. Kudos. You're killing it.
Yep. Goals, love it.
That's my main word, goals.
Determined, motivating, energetic, outgoing. I missed some, hold on.
Energetic.
Yeah, super helpful, like that. Motivational, oh, you already said that. Inspiring, and I didn't say what my one word was. My one word would be, I just think you're fabulous. You are a fabulous girl.
Thank you.
Can I be like you when I grow up? I've never had a $9,000 a month, just so you know. Have you, Chris?
I never have either. Until now.
What's your biggest month been, Dawn, ever?
6,000 maybe?
Yeah. Like, I'm thinking I pushed like 7,000, you know, 6,800. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, that was pushing it. That was pushing it for me. Like 6,000 was,
yeah.
My, like,
September, I did 7,200, and that's what got me director. And this past September, last month, I was in director queue to lose it if I didn't get numbers for that month. So I was more determined than anything, not even beating that number, just to keep director. So I had told my whole team, I said, all right, September 2020 gave me director. September 21 is keeping director. We all need to do this. and they all rallied. I mean, all of them. Like, I can't tell you, out of 15 or 16 frontline, I had the most people active last month than I've ever had active, and I had 9 of them, 12 of them active out of like 15 or 17. I don't even know how many I have. I had so many roll up in the last couple of months. I don't even know how many frontline I have. That's pretty sad to say. I should probably check
Oh,
that.
good. Don't feel bad.
That's awesome, Lisa.
But yeah, so I mean, I cannot tell you the feeling it gives you. And once you hit that feeling, it just makes you want to do even more. And I keep thinking, like, how much more can I do at a $9,000 month? I kept director again. And like, this is the biggest month that my whole team has had. And they're like on that high. And it's like, how much bigger can you go? Like, I can't even fathom having a $10,000 month. I can't. But I did 9, so 10 doesn't seem like it should be that hard.
You can do it.
If anybody can do it, you can do it.
It's possible. You know what I think?
Too.
I think what's really cool too, Dawn, you mentioned your biggest month was probably in the 6,000s, and that was probably before social media and online sales became such a thing. So like $6,000 was flat out lugging stuff to people's homes and doing home parties. That was how we build our businesses, right? What's amazing, you guys, is what Lisa's showing you is you can build it online. Like, you can do so many creative things, right? You can do online parties now. You can drive towards these limited time offers. You can do catch-all parties. You can do one-on-one connections with people. I mean, mystery boxes, right? Make it your own and run with it. Set a goal and run with it. It's just so cool. So it's not to say like, oh, one person can only do that because she's like, no, we all can do it. Make your goal, your own goal. So super cool.
Chastity has a question. How do you keep it all straight? That seems like a lot of sales.
It is a lot of sales. And let me tell you, it can be very, very overwhelming. When it comes to having that much, I will be the first to tell you, like, I even like, my mom lives next door to me and my mom is there to help me through anything that I need. And I can tell you, like, how many times she's like, what do you need help with? Do you need a bag order? Do you need to do this? I'm like, no, I just need to do it myself, because otherwise I can't delegate it out, because then I just got to show you what needs to be done. I might as well just do it then. So honestly, the key to everything is writing it all down. Like, there's times that I will, like my biggest month, I will write my orders out. Even if they come in PWS, I will write them out on an order form. Like, this person ordered this, this, and this, and this. They paid by credit card. This, like, otherwise I couldn't keep it all straight. And there's a lot of times, I'll be honest, I am not an organized person by any means. That's why I'm not in my office. I'm in my husband's. My office floor is covered because I'm trying to organize it now by putting it all away. But it's very easy to get overwhelmed. But when you have that goal, you kind of have to keep the mindset that you can do it. You can do it. This is my goal. This is what I need to do. You can't get frazzled, as hard as that is. I juggle a job, full-time job at home. I have 3 kids at home, 2 of which are autistic boys, which are a handful. My husband works 15 hours a day doing construction, so he's not home a lot. I do have my mom next door if needed, but she's not here like all day, like hanging out with me either. So, you know, we all have our jobs and our kids and our family life and whatever to juggle. So it's just kind of easier to not get overwhelmed if you write it all down. Like I said, I'm a visual person. Like, I need to write like a to-do list of what I need to do today. And there's plenty of times that I call up Tanya and go, all right, I'm overwhelmed. I need this done. And I only got 3 hours left. And she's like, prioritize. What is the most important has to be done right now. What needs to be done today and can't wait till morning. So you just kind of have to prioritize and just write it all down. It does get overwhelming, but if you get a system of writing it down and keeping track of it all, it can be easier. It took me 2 years to get there.
Hey,
What I
Lisa,
Oh, go ahead, Chris.
you had a couple people ask, as a follow-up to what Chastity said, like, how do you continue to get your repeat orders? after you have a lot of people, when they get their big month, they're like, okay, now how do I get more people to order to back up my month? Right?
For me, it's more parties and events. I do, on average, I try to have at least one event every single week in the months from April through November. Do I always know? I find that if I can get the events booked and talk to people, then you follow up with those people that you're getting your information from. They end up placing an order, or the parties that I book off of other parties is a lot where I then go into the next month getting that PRV. As far as my repeat people, like I have at least 3 that repeatedly every single month spend $200 to $300 a month. Like, I don't know why. One is this lady who just shouted me out about my mystery boxes. She sold Scentsy like 15 years ago, 14 years ago. It's like, girl, I don't know why you're not doing it now. You buy so much. You just get paid for your own stuff. Nope. I just want to support. And all she buys is my boxes, waxes, and warmers. She buys nothing else. She sticks with waxes and warmers and then a box every single month. And it's become kind of fun because now she comes up with holidays and reasons why she has to buy them. It's like, oh, it's back to school month. I need a warmer. It's kind of like an ongoing kind of little fun little joke with us. But to keep them coming back, I think it's just kind of like you just have to build that relationship where it's not just about sales, where it's not like, oh, I know you just placed $100 order, but we have this special going on. Would you be interested? It has to be more than just trying to make that sale.
That's so important.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's hard to build those relationships with people you don't know. I'm an outgoing person when it comes to talking to people. So I have no problem walking up to somebody and, at an event, but put me in a grocery store to hand out a card to someone and say, hey, just in case you're interested in Scentsy. Heck no. I sent my daughter to do that. She's 12. She'll go to anybody.
Yeah. Well, that's so good. Just thinking on like the relationship thing, people don't want to feel like a dollar bill. They don't want to feel like, you're just using them for sales. And, I think the most important thing is that when people feel valued and they feel like I'm seen, and, at Lisa would talk to me no matter what, if I bought something from her or not. And she would treat me the same. Like, that's the goal. Like, I want people to know that no matter what, if they buy from me once a year, if they buy from me never, like they're going to feel just as loved as my neighbor who buys from me every month or every week or whatever, they're not a dollar bill. And when you make people feel that way, then sky's the limit.
Mm-hmm. And I become friends with a lot of my customers on Facebook just to have those connections. I will be the first to tell you, I do not use Amy. I hate Amy. She confuses me. So I don't even use her. And I do okay without her. But I will have people that haven't bought from me in 6 months, a year, and they'll make a post on Facebook, so-and-so, like one lost a pet or this one was feeling sick. And I'll just send a message. Oh, sorry to hear everything, that happened, and hope things get better. Hope things, can brighten your day and things get back to normal. And that'll be the conversation. Like it never then, sometimes it just never goes into Scentsy. But then all of a sudden, in a few weeks or in a month or whatever, and you post something, they're like, ooh, I think I need that. So yeah, you just gotta maintain those connections.
Yeah, I've always known how important that is. But recently I was really reminded of it. I had a guy that I had met. My husband and I were on our way to Vegas for Scentsy. I believe it was like a Scentsy reunion. I'm not for sure though, but we were headed to Vegas for Scentsy. And we met this guy named Terry on the shuttle. So 10 minutes shuttle at O'Hare, and he had lost his wife of cancer. And so we were just talking to him and hearing his story and whatever. Do you know that man about a month ago called me? He's placed maybe 3 orders since, but he called me and he just was like, you know, you and your husband touched my life. He's like, I can't explain it, but he's like, I'll never forget you guys. And it might seem silly, but you know, I'm sorry I only order once every couple of years or whatever, but you know, I think of you guys often, and it just really touched me, you know, that this little business, you know, if we're willing to just hear people out and like see people for who they are and, you know, hear their stories, like that's what it comes down, you know, that's all that matters really, you know? And so I'm like, dude, I don't care if you never buy from me, you know, I love that you called me, like what you said just touched my heart so, you know, so deeply that I don't care if you ever order from me. And, you know, so we just had this really good conversation, and, you know, it really is about building relationships at the end of the day. All you guys, none of us would know each other if it wasn't for this cool business, right? Well,
Nope.
a few of us would, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I know you.
Ditto. Ditto. All right, guys. Well, it's 9 o'clock. I have to go take a shower. So I got to get off.
I did it before I got on.
It's been so nice to hang out with everybody. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Lisa, thank you so much for taking the time to pour
No
into all of us. And you're so inspirational.
you.
I know each one of us is going to be better. Our months are going to be better because of you. So thank you for.
And thanks everyone for like contributing and like asking
Yes.
questions and commenting. It's so much more fun when we're engaged like this on Zoom. So
Mhm.
gosh, I appreciate that so much. It makes it a fun experience. So
Yep.
I always want to say, Dawn, thank you for not putting me on the spot and at least preparing me that you wanted me to speak. I do so much better when I'm not just thrown out there and called out.
Hey, anytime. Anytime. Well, we value you guys. I'm speaking for Chris and I. We value you all. Please feel free to always ask questions. We don't bite. We're always here for you guys. So feel free to always reach out to us. We're here for you. And we love and appreciate you guys. So thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.